Okay, so think of this as a little bit of a wrap-up video, just to cover some things that, you know, don't really fit in a regular part all by themselves, but I feel like should be covered before we can conclude things with this game. First things first is there are the same differences that the New Game Plus has in Arkham City. You carry over your levels, you carry over all the gadgets, but they turn off the counter attack notification, and the tougher enemy variants show up much earlier in the game as well. But the primary difference in New Game Plus, and it seems kind of weird to say primary, because it's kind of just this one moment.
This is how it happened. This is how the Joker died.
So that's cute. Looks like Joker got the last laugh after all.
9 months ago, Joker was creepy.
And that's kind of it. There are a few other little moments like that throughout New Game Plus that Joker does something that kind of fucks with you. If you're expecting it to be exactly the same as the regular run-through, but outside of that, there's not really anything more special to it. Okay, I also said I would show all the tapes you get for finishing all the riddles. Don't really have any insightful commentary for them, so you can listen to it or you can skip ahead.
I thought it best we meet alone, Edward.
I know what you're doing, Crane. Talking to me away from Cobblepot and the others. You're appealing to my ego.
Is it working?
Ha! I don't have an ego, Crane. I'm far too brilliant. Especially for the likes of you.
Of course, Edward. But nonetheless, we have a mutual foe.
A foe I could vanquish with but one of my cerebral lobes intact. Yet here you are, proposing an alliance that would let you bask in my luminescent glory.
But what if you failed, Edward? What if, by some underhand means, of course, the Batman were to humiliate you again?
Absurd.
I know, Edward, it's a frightening thought. How many failures can even your enviable reputation withstand? But if the Bat were distracted and tugged in too many directions by too many threats, why, then you would be assured of the upper hand.
I don't know how to respond to your ridiculous insinuations, so all I will say is this. Tell me which day you plan to attack Gotham, and maybe, just maybe, if you're lucky, I will coincidentally put my entirely separate and superior master plan into effect.
How kind, Edward. I will keep my fingers crossed.
Who is this? Ah, Miss Kyle. You have the privilege of conversing with me, the Riddler, Gotham's premier supervillain and intellectual colossus.
And I'm honored, Eddie. Really. Bye.
Wait. I'll get to the point. I find myself in need of your unique skill set, your street smart, as your intellectually challenged kind adorably calls them.
I'm going to adorably hang up on you, Eddie.
No, listen. I need something acquired, something valuable.
Sorry, Eddie. It's just that I have all these clients who aren't insecure little power-mad man-children.
Fine. You may name your fee.
Information.
Ah, the most valuable commodity of all.
Scarecrow's planning something involving Batman.
I might be furnished with the absurd particulars of his ridiculous scheme.
I'll get you what you want, Eddie, if you tell me what I need to know.
Right, okay. Riddler bot memory formatted, adaptive AI algorithms uploaded, joints oiled. Now, give my creation life! Ah, damn it! Useless hunk of dead metal. Do you want to become a semi-automated theme park mannequin? Because that's the fate in store for you.
Problem, Eddie?
Ah, Miss Kyle, you're here.
And you already have company. Almost, anyway. Did you lose your friend's batteries?
Why, yes. In a manner of speaking, anyway. I'm depleted.
And always compensating for it, too.
Oh, Catwoman, your wit never ceases to occur. Now, I need you to procure a set of rechargeable energy cells for me. Stag Enterprises' Nimbus Tech will work. I'm sure Wayne Enterprises has an equivalent.
Got it. It's been a pleasure as always, Eddie. Except for the talking to you part.
Wait! At least take a glimpse at what it is you're supposed to be stealing. There, in the robot's chest cavity. Go on. It won't bite.
Eddie, there's no... What the hell? Eddie, make this thing let me go.
Batteries? You think I needed batteries? Oh, Ms. Kyle, you underestimated my bespoke power supply innovations, and that was your downfall.
What is this, Eddie?
This is, bait. You see, I've identified what I believe to be some sort of attachment between you and Batman. The base nature of this attachment, quite frankly, disgusts me. But it will bring him here.
You'll regret this.
The world's greatest detective does not frighten me.
He's not the reason you'll regret it.
Keep that smoke out of my face, little man.
What's the matter, Harv? Burning smell bring back some bad memories.
You're a real couple of bozos, you know that?
Enough.
Well, about time you showed your face.
Yeah, what's left of it.
What's the deal, Crane? Why are we here? Because you share something. A fear that strikes at you from the shadows, hunts you, keeps you afraid of the dark.
Yeah. We all fear Batman. Tell us something we don't know.
Like how we kill him. That's my job.
This cocky gobshite isn't the first bat fanatic to muscle in on our turf. I'd sooner piss on him than trust him.
The coin says give him a chance.
Sod the stinking coin. When I make a deal, I like to look a man in the eye.
Did you bring a footstool?
Yeah, real funny, Harv. You keep talking like that, and Scarecrow's little ceasefire ain't gonna happen.
Let this Arkham Knight run his army. Leave him and Scarecrow to chase the bat. We can take care of ourselves.
I'm having nothing to do with your bait job. Aside from my cut, of course.
You just make sure our men are armed and their guns are loaded.
Oh, don't you worry, Harv. The guns will be loaded. Every bleeding second of this truce. Look at you, getting claret everywhere. Look like you've done 10 rounds with Grundy.
Oh, my arm. I think it's broken.
This had better be good, otherwise I'll give you a matching pair. What happened?
Oh, we got to the docks like you said.
Harvey's men?
They had the same idea as us.
Someone warned them, didn't they? You dirty, filthy grass.
Boss, please. Someone got the drop on all of us. They killed everyone.
What?
He went through us like we weren't there. I never seen anything like it.
The Arkham Knight.
He had a gun in my mouth. He said this was a family now. We all gotta get along. And he said you better know your place.
Cheeky bastard.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger, right, boss?
Nah. I can break his bloody arm, though.
Oh, boss. My arm.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the circus of strange coming to a town near you. Never before have such a host of talented performers gathered in one place to amaze and entertain. Be astounded by Big Top. Is it a man? Is it a woman? Who knows? But I guarantee it's the most gigantically grotesque assortment of flesh you have ever seen. Be dumbfounded by the acrobatic oddity that is science. Stare open-mouthed as these conjoined triplets who defy the limits of the human body and its imagination. And last, but by no means least, be stunned and horrified by the combustible wonder that is phosphorus bricks. Folks, you gotta see it to believe it. Come and join us, and you'll never look at the world the same way again.
Janosch, my dearest son. Oh, my perfect child. I make these recordings so that you are not alone. So that you know Daddy loves his son. Daddy loves his little pig. The circus has traveled far, and we have brought joy to many sad people. They join us now like a big family, growing week by week. Now they feel no pain. They know nothing of misery. I call them my Dollartrons. To each new home we move at night, finding a fresh patch of earth to inhabit. Secret places in forgotten parts of town. Ugly wastelands where the locals stumble unawares into a candy-striped tent. The Dollartrons are the first to greet them with open arms and perfect faces. The climax of the show is when I take them to see Mother. Oh, I tell you, they are amazed by my imagination, confounded by my dexterity, as each is transformed into a beautiful work of art. But Mother is hard to please. She wants more, always more, never satisfied, always driving me to work harder to obtain perfection. And I will. Night has drawn its curtain yet again, and the circus moves on, our numbers swollen to a different patch of earth. On the dark horizon, the building tops glimmer, the heat and smog of industry shrouds a den of criminals and beasts. Gotham is her name. Janosch, I tell you, the circus has come home. My dear Janosch, it is time you learned the truth about your mother, your real mother. I remember not her name or how she found me wallowing in that pit of despair. Oh, like an angel, she swept into my turvy world, dragged me, screaming, from shapeless chaos, and wrapped me in her arms. She was a beauty, Janosch, a masterpiece, perfect in every way, until Mother Goat found her. Imagine my horror when I emerged from that dreamy soup and discovered what she'd done. Placenta face, cork-on smile, ribbons of ruptured flesh. Ooh, the nails had done their work. But by then my seed was already sown. Your life already begun. Mother would have killed you both had I not stopped her. Saved you from her rage. Day and night I worked, month after month, sculpting her loathsome clay to recapture the beauty that saved me that night. The night of your creation. She clung to me as you grew, as I toiled to make her right again. But nothing pleased Mother Goat! Nothing. I did all I could to fix her, to make her perfect. But by the time you came along, I couldn't even look upon that spoiled canvas of her face. I couldn't let that be the face that greeted you in this world. I had to end it, Janosch. For you. For Mother. She left me no choice. Damn it!
dirty hands. I keep thinking someone's gonna barge through the door at any moment. The scotch probably didn't help. Oh, sorry. I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? My name is Alex Sartorius. Dr. Alex Sartorius. And this? Well, I suppose this is my confession. 20 years ago, I went into business with my friend and business partner, Simon Stagg. Oh, it feels strange talking into this thing. I've never been one for the limelight. Never cared for attention. He was the businessman, I was the scientist. Stagg Enterprises was a fine name by me. And we did fine work, too. I want you to remember that. Whatever comes out. The cure for the Tugela virus, that was us. The treatment for Collier syndrome, that was us, too. No, not us. That was me. I never cared about the financials, of course. I never needed to. Don't you worry, Alex, Simon used to say, and I believed him. Believed him right up to the day he told me there was a big, gaping hole where next year's budget was supposed to be. I wonder, now, of course, if he was lying. I mean, can you blame me? If he just come out and asked me, I'd probably have said no. I'm no bleeding heart, but if there'd been no need. Oh, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? These anti-anxiety meds, they rattle your brain. What I'm trying to say is that day, the day we ran out of money, that's when the weapons contracts began. Hello? Yes, hello. I am in a better mood today. I've discovered a pharmaceutical cure for paranoia, you see. You put the anti-anxiety pill straight into the whiskey bottle and you swirl it around. Oh, no. Where was I? Oh, yes! Chemical weapons, biological weapons. Oh, wonderful things. We went into business to save people, but it turns out that killing them paid better. Not well enough for Simon, though. That greedy, grasping parasite, that bastard! There are many buyers for this stuff, you see. Not legal buyers, anyway, so you had to be competitive. But how can you do research quickly when human testing is illegal? Not to mention life-threateningly dangerous, unethical, unfathomably risky. Well, it's obvious. You do human testing anyway. He never told me where they came from. Just that no one would miss them. You think I want forgiveness? You think this is some desperate mea culpa? I was raised Catholic, but I chose science over faith. This is not about me, this pathetic, drunken confession. I struck my bargain, let him threaten me into silence while I worked on my vaccines, my cures. So don't judge me, whoever you are. Whichever junior reporter at the Gotham Herald was lucky enough to press the play button on this device. No! This isn't about me. This is about him. He's gotten worse. We're a pharmaceutical company in name alone these days. It's all weapons. Some to the army, even more to the people the army's fighting. And now Scarecrow's here? I know what they're doing. They're taking my technology, my mass inoculation device, and they're turning it into something twisted, something wrong. Well, I won't let that happen. I won't turn a blind eye anymore. This confession will be my epitaph, the proof that I was not content to weigh the good I've done against the evil done by him anymore. If you were listening to this...
Dr. Sartorius, Mr. Stagg would like a word.
You should invest in better guards, Crane. And you should invest in some manners. Who are you? Another pretender to the cow?
Call me the Arkham Knight.
Another child of the asylum set free. Tell me, what tortured soul cowers behind that mask?
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here because we want the same thing. Batman dead.
You made short work of my guards, Batman is a very different proposition. One for which I am fully prepared.
Those guards I killed, I could replace them with an army. An army trained in his methods.
Trained by whom?
Me.
And what would you know about Batman?
His fear.
Very well. You have my attention, Arkham Knight. $3 billion is a significant investment.
People are willing to pay.
And what exactly would we be getting for our money?
Tanks, drones, a highly trained infantry.
You think you can just bring tanks into Gotham?
We hold a city ransom. We create panic. Then chaos.
A distraction.
As they run scared, we emerge. Take over his habitat. Every rooftop, road, and back alley. We draw him out of the shadows and chip away until he has nowhere left to hide. And no one left to hide behind.
If you want him dead, why come to me? You seem capable.
He needs to suffer. I suffered, so he will too.
So, it's personal. Well, there are many in this city with a gift for causing harm.
Not that kind of pain. The real kind.
You want him afraid.
I've seen what your toxin does. I want that.
You're well informed about all of us Arkham Knights. But you're wrong about something. I don't want Batman dead. I want him unmade.
He's better off dead.
Kill him and you martyr him. You make him a legend. But break him, humiliate him, terrify him, and hold him up for the world to see. Then he's nothing but a man.
Look, you can do what you want, Crane, but when you're done, I will kill him.
Very well, but know this. It will be an act of mercy when you do.
Years ago, I uncovered Joker's plot to unleash a genetically enhanced army on Gotham. The drug he used to modify his henchmen was called Titan. Before I could stop him, Joker ingested a massive dose of the Titan formula and mutated into a gigantic abomination. I managed to defeat him, but his overdose had devastating side effects. Joker was dying, and he needed a cure. To ensure my cooperation, he infected my blood with his own, leaving me no choice but to help him. But that wasn't all. He contaminated Gotham's blood banks, too. The result? The patients currently quarantined here. Joker's mutated blood behaves like a prion infection, attacking the brain and transforming these people into him. Unless we find a way to reverse the process, no one will be able to stop what he has unleashed.
Wait, Arkham Asylum took place 2 years ago? Before Arkham Knight? Jesus Christ, that 10-year timeline doesn't make any fucking sense. So here we got all the different Batmobiles. Here's the main one in this game, which I really like. Seems to be something of an amalgamation of all the different Batmobiles there's been in the series over the years. I think most overtly it takes inspiration from the Tumbler, but it has its own identity to it. Here's the unpainted version. It does come in black, but I like this one more. And then these are cool. These are repaints based on other Batmobile type things. This is a repaint based on the Adam West show. This is just a different, slightly tweaked design. You can see how, like, Lucius would eventually refine it into the version we have in the game. This is... I love the color scheme on this. Designed after Batman's look in the 1970s. This is if Robin was given the keys to the Batmobile, I guess you could say. And this is what I imagine Riddler would have done to the Batmobile if he had succeeded in killing Batman at some point and claimed the Batmobile as his own. Vanity plated. I think this is cute. And a pretty good design, but then again, white and black kind of looks good on anything. What I like, though, is you can tell that it was originally all black, and they painted the white onto it to make the bats. Which is always really nifty to me. Anyway, and then these are Batmobiles you can't use in the main story because they don't have a tank mode, but you can use them in some of the DLC race maps, and they're all really fucking cool. Obviously, this is the Batmobile from the Tim Burton movies. This is the actual Adam West Batmobile. That's fucking great. I love the detail of the fucking fire extinguisher in there. Like, it's fucking down to the last inch. I'm sure they, like, actually got access to the real thing at whatever museum it's packed up in somewhere in order to get the intricacies of the design down perfectly. This is the Batmobile he used that if you remember, this is the one he had in Arkham Asylum that he crashed into Bane. This is the Tumbler. Like I said, it feels like they took the most inspiration from this when making the Batmobile in this game, but sadly, this wasn't designed with a tank mode, even though it looks like it could be. I remember in the Batman Begins game, based on the movie, there was a skin you could use to drive this thing around without the paint job, driving it around in the regular desert camo that it had when Lucius first showed it to Bruce. But before he said, "Does it come in black?" That famous line. This is from the Batman vs. Superman movie. I think it looks pretty decent. Hey, look, guns on a Batmobile. Look at these guns on a Batmobile, because the movie was terrible, but it's not a bad design for the Batmobile, at least. And then this is the Joker-mobile. What a fucking asshole. My favorite part is that tongue actually wiggles around when it's in the game. And we got all the costumes. So many fucking costumes. First up, we got the suit he starts the game with. It looks really silly on him. I don't think this suit... Like I said, I feel like they made the character model for him in the suit first, and then, like, put him in this afterwards, and it doesn't, like, look like the mouth goes with this Batsuit for some reason, but that's just me. This is what you have in the game, after it's all dirtied up at the end of the game. And you can wear this if you just don't want the dirtied up version. This is what you get if you finish the game on New Game Plus and 100% it on New Game Plus. So this is your reward for getting 240%. It's just a gold embladed version of the bat. That's the only difference. And it's kind of a pointless award, because you can't really wear this suit in the main game, because you would have already beaten New Game Plus. So you can only wear this in challenge maps and in pointless free roam. So it's kind of an but it does look really good in the chest there. The rest are all comic book suits. This is the suit he wears in the New 52, which is the couple years old now, but I still refer to it as the new reboot in the DC Comics. It doesn't look bad, but the New 52 is fucking stupid, and I don't care. The ears are way too short. I mean, look at how fucking huge the ears on these are, and they're just like fucking little fucking nipples on the top of his head in this. This is what he wore in the Tim Burton movie. You can see how you can't turn your neck wearing this thing. You cannot turn your neck. You have to turn the entirety of your body if you want to look left. I don't know how Val Kilmer fucking wore this thing. It looks really goofy. It does have the classic yellow spotlight bat symbol, though. I do always love that version of it. Batman Flashpoint, which I believe is the suit that Damian Wayne wore when he, in an Elseworld story, took up the mantle of the Batman, in the future or whatever. And Damian, being Damian, didn't give a shit about not killing people because he was raised by the League of Assassins. So he carries around fucking 2 holsters because he will a Batman that will just shoot the fuck out of fucking criminals because Damian Wayne don't give a shit. It's fucking great. 1970s, back when he wore blue instead of black. It's kind of a goofy color scheme that is definitely not seen nowadays, but there was a point in time in the comics where he wore blue and gray. I think it's funny that they do that in here. This is from Arkham Origins, so yeah. And then we got the iconic gray and black Batman suit. I love how they call it the iconic gray and black. This is the costume. Maybe longer ears, but this is the costume I think of when I think of Batman in my head. Nothing but spandex and tighty-whities. Look at that fucking utility belt. How do you fit bat shark repellent on that, right? Come on. But this is what I think of when I think of Batman. Just a fucking gray suit, black bat symbol, that's it. Batman Noel, I don't really know what this is from. Short ears. You can see like the progression of the ear size over the years. I guess this is from some special one-off comic. It does have kind of a unique design. It's got really openly Kevlar plated fucking, that's a zipper on the front, and you can tell the bat symbol is part of the cape. And that's a unique bat symbol too. Look at that. It's got like a serrated edge in there. It's pretty unique as far as fucking batsuits go over the years. Batman Inc. This is what he wore in the Batman Inc., which I've talked about before, was when Batman came back to life and was like, let's get a Batman in every major city in the world. We need a Batman in every city, and that's why Cassandra Cain still technically exists. She's the Black Bat, she is the Batman of Hong Kong. It's great. First appearance Batman, back when Batman wasn't afraid to just fucking kill a motherfucker when he had when you have purple gloves, you don't give a fuck. You will shove a motherfucker into a vat of acid and watch him burn. That is how Golden Age Batman rolls. Batman Beyond, the Terry McGinnis suit. They already had a version of this suit in Batman Arkham City, so I do like how they didn't just do the same suit again. They put their own spin on it. I don't know if this is based on some kind of new version of Batman Beyond, but as far as I know, they were just like, okay, let's take the idea of Batman Beyond and, like, what's your idea for what that would be? I definitely don't like it more than the classic Terry McGinnis suit, which was very minimalist and very sleek, and I really liked it, but I do appreciate that they did something new with it, at least. Dark Knight Returns, which is the suit he wore in The Dark Knight Returns, which is a famous Frank Miller Batman story when Batman was like a 60-year-old grandpa, and the bat symbol had apparently gained some weight. I think it was implied, actually, that he's wearing the old suit, and it's just been stretched to fit his old fat body, and that's why it looks like that. But anyway, this is what he wore in Batman Arkham Asylum. You can see that it actually has a slight twinge of blue to it, but not like overtly so. I did really like this costume in that game, although the ears are way too big. Like, now you've gone in completely the other direction, and those are just comically long ears. This is, what Matt Damon's best friend wear. This is what Daredevil wore in the Batman vs. Superman movie. That movie sucks. Batman just kills people left and right. However, that opening action scene where Batman just fucking bomb asses through a warehouse of dudes was really cool. Way too short ears. I don't really like it. However, it did tackle that idea of, like, Batman's an old man now. A lot of modern adaptations of Batman really seem to be hitting on that idea of Batman's fucking old. You're old, man. Time to get the fuck out of the way. I don't know. This is the Adam West suit. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat's Batman. I never got why he had the drawn-on eyebrows and nose. That looks fucking silly. But this is fucking so funny to wear during the main story when he's, like, supposed to be pulling up some visual feed when talking to Oracle or Alfred on this fucking cloth glove. And also, that is a fucking utility belt right there. You can fit 12 cans of fucking bat shark repellent in that shit. Justice League, I don't really know about this one. I guess it's supposed to be kind of like the Marvel 2099, but for DC, or it's like the far-flung future or something. I don't really get it. It's a nice suit, though. It takes it in a different direction. Like, the color scheme is, like, fucking red, and I do like, you know, just kind of taking a new twist on the Batsuit, not just doing the same black suit over and over again. I do like seeing new ideas for how the suit should look. He's not wearing hockey pads. This is what American Psycho wore in The Dark Knight after he got the new one, because in Batman Begins he had basically the Tim Burton suit where you couldn't move your neck. And then he got this. I do really like this Batsuit, though. You can see they took the most inspiration from this when making the Batsuit in this game, also. That bat symbol's a little too subtle, but aside from that, there's nothing wrong with this one. This is the mainstream Batsuit right here. And we got Anime Batman. I think it's hilarious that they call it Anime Batman. This is the suit he wears in Gotham Knights. Gotham Knight, whatever it was called, which is the animated bundle of stories that was made to kind of bridge the gap between Batman Begins and Dark Knight. And it was like 5 animated stories done by 5 different anime studios to develop different Batman stories, and he was voiced by Kevin Conroy in all of those, and it was really interesting. Listening to the creator's commentary on those shorts, because Kevin Conroy talks about, like, his performance as Batman and the different ways he had to perform the role in each different short, because the way he was being like presented in those shorts differed from one to the next. So he had to do a different voice for each one, and it was really interesting. And I'm sure I've talked about the story of Batman being weighed down by the guns that happens in one of those shorts, because it's a really great moment. I don't know. I'm sure this is from something, but I don't know. I love the lobotomy scar, though. That's a really good detail. This is a suit you get for signing up on the WB forums. Otherwise, it's locked off to you. It wasn't worth it. Anyway. And we got our Robin suits. This is what he wears in the game. I think it's okay. I mean, the skinhead thing is a little to me. I don't know. Just probably not what I'm used to. I do like how he's got a hood with this, though. I think he looks pretty good in that hood. And it looks pretty slick. And we got New 52 Robin. This is what he wears in the terrible reboot. I don't like it. I don't like any of it. There's way too much green. Tim Drake never wore green with his Robin suit. That was a Tim Drake. Tim Drake never had green. That was a Dick Grayson thing. Dick Grayson had green. Tim Drake didn't have green. I don't know why they drew him like this. This is a fucking Tim Drake Robin suit right here. When I think Tim Drake, this is the Robin suit I think of. Red and black and yellow. That is Tim Drake Robin right there. Very slick, very nice. I like it. Classic TV. Obviously, Tim Drake didn't exist in that. That was just Dick Grayson. And this is, like, you don't get more retro than this. The green fucking panties. They're making a joke about that in the Lego Batman movie, and it's pretty funny. Straight up yellow cape. I don't know. I still have a soft spot for the classic suit. I don't know. I think you put a fucking, like, 10-year-old boy, like Robin is kind of supposed to be, in this costume, and I still think it would have worked pretty well. Original Tim Drake. I don't know why it's called that, because, again, this is not what Tim Drake would wear. Way too much green. This is more of a Jason Todd costume, if anything. I mean, it looks basically the same as the New 52 outfit. I don't know if that's a glitch or whatever, because it looks literally like the same thing. Anyway, Selena Kyle, as she appears in the game. Really like it. Apparently, she finally figured out how to work that zipper. The cleavage has been so fucking dialed down. It fucking makes me laugh. I love that little cat face right there on the suit. I love all the intricate little details. Like, what is that? I think that's where she stows her whip. The holster for her whip. That's a cute little detail. She has the little cat faces on her knuckles. On her zipper for her fucking boots. For her stupid high heels. Hate that. And as you can see, she still has the scars from the explosion of her apartment building at the very end of Arkham City. I also like her hair. It looks a lot... I mean, I kind of like how it looked in Arkham City because it was kind of lower detail, but I like this too, where it's a little bit more, you can see the color. I mean, there's no bad way. Like, Selena Kyle's always kind of a great character to include in anything. 1990s Catwoman. I don't really have a lot to say about this, except I fucking hate the fucking ponytail on the back of the head. Very Barbara Gordon, very terrible. I'm not a fan of it. I do love the color scheme, though. Again, anything that's not just the cliche black suit. It actually reminds me of her outfit from The Long Halloween, aside from the stupid fucking ponytail on the back. And then classic TV series, this goes right alongside the Adam West Batsuit. I think it's funny that they got this actress to model off of and not Eartha Kitt. Because Eartha Kitt was a great Catwoman. She was fucking funny. This spark plug, perhaps. She could pull the fucking you know? Anyway. Can't go wrong with the classics, though. I still think this looks fucking great. And we got Nightwing. I don't like his costume in this. It looks... I don't like it. It's the mask. Why is the mask part of his costume? That looks really dumb. I don't think it works well. Aside from that, it's a fine Nightwing costume, but the mask is just dumb. New 52, being terrible, is terrible. Why is it red? Why is it red? That's stupid. Shut the fuck up. And then original Arkham City. This is how he looked as a DLC character in Arkham City. Of what is available in this game, I prefer this the most. The hair's kind of dumb, but that's the Nightwing mask, and that's the Nightwing costume, can't complain. Harley Quinn. Again, I hate the fucking Hot Topic Harley Quinn. Fucking boots that aren't even laced. The fucking... I mean, yeah... And yeah... Like, legs go all the way up, can't complain. But fucking, I'm just not a fan. It's better than the dumb nurse outfit from Arkham Asylum, but I actually preferred the dumb biker outfit from Arkham City more. And look, she isn't even really painting her eyes black anymore. She just has dumb mime makeup on. It doesn't even look like paint. It's just like powder. And the fucking dyed pigtails. I mean, yeah, but it's dumb. I'm never going to like new Harley. You know why? Because classic Harleen Quinzel. This is what Harley Quinn looks like. This is Harley Quinn. Except no substitutes. The only thing I don't like about this costume in this game is they make it look like it's made of latex. Which is interesting. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I always got the impression from the show that it was cloth. You know, it was just a cloth suit, but they made it look like latex. I don't know, it looks shiny, I guess. But I can't, like, that's the only thing. But fucking Harley Quinn. This is Harley Quinn. Look at her. Bask in the superiority of what Harley Quinn should look like. Look at how perfect this is. It's better. This is Harley Quinn. If your Harley Quinn does not look like this, she ain't fucking Harley Quinn. The end. I miss Arlene Sorkin. And then, boom, we got Red Hood. Jason Todd. I really, really love this costume for Jason Todd. This is like my favorite Red Hood costume. For one thing, I love the actual Red Hood, as in his mask, because it's always been a mask. He's never had a hood, which is hilarious. It's always just been the red mask, and having it be like the visor for his Arkham Knight suit is a great twist. And look at this. He's wearing 3 layers of shirt. He probably has a regular shirt underneath this, but this is like his breastplate from his Arkham Knight uniform without like the armor on. But you can tell that that's the same thing. And look, it's even got a little bit of a cut. Like, it's a little battle scarred. And he spray painted his Red Hood emblem of the bat icon over the fucking holster strap, which I think is adorable. And then he's got his hoodie, his red hoodie. Like, for the first time, Red Hood is wearing an actual hoodie. But look, you can see that it's just a regular zip-up hoodie that he's wearing underneath his biker jacket, which is great. Oh my god, look, safety pins. I guess Jason Todd is anti-Donald Trump, I guess. I don't know. That's not going to be dated. I love the jacket, though. I love the biker jacket with the fucking Red Hood bat symbol on it. It almost looks like civilian. It's really low tech, which fits for Jason Todd, because he just gets by on bloodlust alone. And see, he's got the holsters strapped in on his leg there. Very practical. Not really. I don't know where he puts the guns when he's not using them, though. Probably my favorite incarnation of the Red Hood. And then Arkham Knight, which is what as he looked in the game. And we got the model viewer for all our other characters we've seen throughout the game. Aaron, with his little claw. What is that string attached to? How does he pulley on that? That's interesting. I think I mentioned I really love the design for the GCPD like jacket uniform. Buddies from Ace Chemicals. I like how they're posed with a dead guy. That's funny. Albert King. Insightful. I like how Alfred has a model, even though he really never shows up physically. He's always just talking on the communicator. But obviously they did model him for that purpose. He's wearing a fucking tuxedo. Look at his little bow tie. Oh, Master Wayne, I need to support you in a fatherly role, but you're clearly on some kind of martyr path where you want to sacrifice your life, so I'm going to abandon you. I'm gonna leave you because I don't wanna have to bury you, so I will leave you without my guidance, and even though I am observing the fact that you're on a martyr path, instead of staying here and helping you, I'm just gonna leave and then act surprised when you die. Fucking goddamn, that was stupid. This is his NPC version, same thing. And then, this is what the Red Hood looks like at the end of the game there when he saves Batman. You can see how it's in that transitory state where it's still just the Arkham Knight body armor he's got on with the red, but with the breastplate ripped off. And then you can see, like, he ditches the red taped up additives there and just keeps the top undershirt. I do like how he still had time to spray paint a little bat symbol on there. That's adorable. Priorities, right? These are what the militia look like. I love the dude with the fucking beret and the fucking Air Force hat. That's adorable. Fucking ninjas, because of course. His personal guard. I don't know why they're called that. You see these guys elsewhere in the game. They're the guys who are invisible to the detective vision. These are the big guys who wield the fucking dumb miniguns. Then the big guys you get into fistfights with. I hate them. Checkpoint Commander. Yeah, they get a special fucking slot. They don't look any different. Azrael, buddy. Looking sharp. This is not the best model viewer. You cannot see his fucking face with this. And again, I say they designed him to look good in the cowl first, and designed what the face looked like second. That is a wonky face. I don't know. It doesn't really fit in the costume, does it? Maybe that's just me. The cultists, again, completely unique character models. All this time went into making these art assets. And they show up in one side quest. And there's even more than are showed here. That's crazy to me. Deacon Blackfire, I didn't talk about it much in the game, but I love the tattoos he's got going on. You can see how it kind of roots back to its shaman days as a Native American tribalist. I didn't mention this in the game, but look at her face. you can see these lesions, these pus boils on there that look like Titan poisoning, like what the Joker was suffering from at the end of Arkham City. Thus supporting my argument that they're not being infected by the Joker. They're being infected by the Titan formula that was in his blood and killing him. And his DNA just intermingled in with the magic nonsense chemical. But look at the lesions. It's clearly just Titan infection, not the Joker possessing them. Anyway. Civilians we never really actually see. I think they just show up at the opening of the game when they're all getting on the buses. And then you can kind of clearly tell they didn't put a lot of work into these since you only see them at the very beginning of the game as Officer Owens. So they're a little smudgy. But they do their job for what they're needed for. History repeats itself. Again, love the uniform. I like how all the women have the fucking blue shirt and the men are wearing the jumper. Sergeant Hanrahan, my baba girl, my police waifu. Again. Okay, anyway, Deathstroke. Don't know why you were in this game, man. Seems like kind of a waste. The Dollatrons, I think we got way too much of an up-close and personal look at these guys already. Stop ignoring me. Stop reminding me of fucking goddamn Arkham Origins. Look at this fucking Dark Pit motherfucker. Waste of a character slot. Jim Gordon, hey, have you started dyeing your hair? Your hair looks way less pure white than it looked in fucking Arkham City. He's been dyeing his hair. I love the way the fucking tie is put underneath the holster. Harley Quinn, again, same, just the NPC version. Harley's Thugs, which I think I talked about. I don't know why, like, it's 3 guys in a jacket. There's a lot more variation than just these 5 dudes in the game. The big guys, I like how they just have fucking machetes strapped to their fucking hands. That's not practical. Minigun dudes. Henry. I wish there was a version without the Joker face paint. I mean, that's how you see him for the majority of the game. You can also kind of tell that that's just blood. That's kind of a cute little detail. Hush, aka the Bruce Wayne model, because there is no difference. The only difference is you can very faintly see the surgical scars. I guess the one around his eye cleared up the best, but you can still see the scars. Interesting that this isn't the version of the model after Lucius hit him with the vase and broke and scarred his face. Jack Ryder, look at that lantern jaw. I'm surprised no one ever accuses you of being Batman, buddy. Jason Todd, in his iconic pose. I thought he was wrapped up in barbed wire. That's fucked up, Joker. Also kind of a unique Robin costume when you think about it. Johnny Charisma. Again, look at the lesions, the pus boils on his face from the overt Titan infection. Then we got Classic J. The clown, the myth, the legend. Gonna miss ya, Mark. And then Sick Joker, again, check these lesions. Beat for beat. That is actually way more severe than he looked in Arkham City. Thanks to next-gen graphic technology. Has way more hair. He was missing. He was practically going bald in Arkham City. And then quote-unquote young Joker. Apparently 8 years younger. Again, the fucking 10-year timeline is the worst part of this game. This is just what he wore when during the Killing Joke scene. This is actually not what he wore in the Killing Joke, though. He wore the classic, like, hat and suit in that. I do love the fucking Hawaiian shirt, though. And you can see how it's not just his face. His entire body is painted white. And then, that's a great detail, isn't it? Showing that Harley Quinn existed by this point in the timeline. Well, we already knew that, I guess. Foxeh represent! Holding the Disruptor. There's some promotional gifts out there that make it look like he's holding a gun and being all badass, but it's just the Disruptor. Not quite Morgan Freeman, but the next best thing. Langstrom! I think this is a pretty good design. This game seems to have a fetish for this, like, surgical tubing. Did I mention that? Like, a bunch of characters have this surgical tubing all over themselves. And who's the other one? Nora Freeze here also has the surgical tubing on her character. Like, I don't know, that stands out as somewhat pronounced detail to me. By the way, always loved that dragonfly necklace. That's a great little detail. Langstrom! Primates, I'm sure these guys are from the comics. I don't know a lot about Stag. I love the albino one, though. Again, I'm sure they're more from the comics. Had to have them in there. Oracle, I've already kind of looked at all the details on her chair in the main game. There's a little bit better. She drinks diet soda. You can see that it's the brand name of the soda, but it's the diet version. Also in a weird fucking Mountain Dew green bottle. Love the headphones, wireless, baby. I wonder if you can see the ninja sticks that are mentioned by the militia on this model. You can also, again, get a better look here of the Flying Grayson's necklace she wears. Oh, and little earbuds. A little earbud, that's cute. Can we see what she's doing on the phone? Not really. Oh. Huh, little tattoo of an infinity symbol in circles. So much little detail. Look at the fucking digital watch. That's great. I like how it's paramedics plural, because you only see like these guys at the very beginning of the game, and then this guy was the pig hostage, I believe. But yeah, Gotham paramedics represent. I could just gave up and shaved his head. If you look up the Penguin from Arkham Origins to Arkham City to this, it's just a slow progression of losing his hair. It's fucking great. The bottle also looks way smaller in this game than it did in Arkham City for some reason. Also check out the fucking brass knucks. That's adorable. And also more visibly see the fucking... Well, not in this model viewer, because you can't really move the models, but you can see the voice box. Maybe you should kick the cigar habit, Cobblepot, just saying. The thugs, which I've already talked about, have a bit of a biker theme going for them, which I don't really get, but I'm not complaining because it looks good. Everyone, that's our favorite character. Favorite Uma Thurman. Yeah, okay. Pig, I think, is a great model. Look at his face. It's all fucked up because you can tell that he performs plastic surgery on himself. So it's like all wrinkled and fucking scrunched up due to botched facelifts and like Botox injections. It's so gross, and it really works with his character. And he's got like the butcher fucking vest on there. The porters, these guys show up outside. They're in like one cutscene outside of Bruce Wayne's mansion. Riddler, I do love how he's like really shown to be unhinged in this game. Like he's just degenerating as a person. It's like his shirt's all open. He's got the cat woman scratches on his vest. It's all dirty. He's not even wearing a hat anymore. He just looks fucked up. Oh, stupid fucking mech. Riddler bots. There is actually some variation to their designs, which is a great little detail. You can see the little power cell in their bellies, because that is where you would put it. Rioters. Unaffiliated rioters. Which is great. Like, so much work went into these character models. This really lets us see how fucking stupid Crane's face is. Look at that. The gas mask is just built right into his jaw. You're fucking stupid, Crane. Jesus Christ. Like, what? God damn. Go see a fucking real doctor, not a psychiatrist, to fucking fix that face, man. Deceased scientists. These fucking dead corpses get a unique entry on the character model viewer. My favorite Batman villain, Harvey Two-Face. Again, owing to the Dark Knight version of the character, and again, it looks really silly. I mean, it's appropriately grotesque. It actually looks a lot better in these games than it did in the movie, but I prefer the old gray face and white hair version from the comics. Call me old-fashioned. You can see a little bit of bone on his fingers there. That's a really good detail. Two-Face's thugs, again, they're designed to look like trashmen because that's his cover. They're waste disposal dudes. I like how a lot of them, a disproportionate amount of Two-Face henchmen are wearing gas masks, which kind of sends the wrong message, but I guess Harvey was a little bit more paranoid about the whole Scarecrow fear toxin thing than some of the others were. Vicky Vale, who shows up in one scene at the very end of the game. Gotta give her a model, though. Waitress, Polly, again, at the very beginning of the game, shows up in one scene. Gotta give her a model, though. Unique model. Killer Croc. Oh, so now we're getting to the Season of Infamy character models. Killer Croc previously only showed up at the very, very end of the game during the Joker hallucination at the very end there, but he did look like this, and it made people go, what the fuck? Why does Killer Croc look all fucked up like that? Because he wasn't in the game yet. So obviously the character model of Killer Croc was the first thing they made before they started touching off on the rest of the Season of Infamy that he would show up in. I like how, even though the rest of his body has grown so huge and grotesque, he's still got a tiny little head. Still got a tiny little head. I do also like this bro right here has just got a scarf. And you can also see visibly that they have been experimented on. Look at this guy. He's practically green. They've all got surgery scars on their arm or like have been jabbed with a dozen needles, and you can tell. Again, all this work went into these fucking character models. Mad Hatter, I don't fucking care. His character model looks so gross. You see way too up close and personal with it in the game. Mr. Freeze, again, I also talked about, you can see how his body is just breaking down at this point. The suit does look different than it did in Arkham City. He's not even using a freeze gun anymore. It's just a wrist-mounted device. Full capability, so I guess he's improved on the design since his fight with Batman in Arkham City. Look at his cheeks. Look at his nose. His lips are almost completely gone. Look at his ear. His ear, like fucking... Did fucking Mike Tyson get at him? Come on, bro. Like... Victor, you were living on borrowed time. No matter how you slice it. Ra's al Ghul, I really like his character model in this because, look, he just looks like a zombie. And then, look, he still has the hole in his gut from the injury he sustained at the end of Arkham City. His ribs are poking through. It looks grotesque. They really nailed the, like, feral... It went straight through. Goodness gracious. Nissa, looking saucy. Love a girl with short red hair. Short red hair and green eyes, because of course. And then the two leagues, we got Loyalists in their classic ninja purple. And then the Rebels in their freaky cool Oni masks. I love the Oni masks. That's a great touch. And then these are all the vehicles. Got the Batwing. You know, it's funny that the Batwing is in this game, and yet fast travel in the same way that it was in Arkham Origins is not in this game. It's almost like Arkham Origins was terrible or something. And just all the militia... fucking vehicles, trucks, SWAT van, school bus at the beginning of the game that they used for the evacuation. Doesn't have anyone in it. I like how it's got a... Oh, can you get the old riddle correctly? Which direction is the bus facing? Right? That's a great riddle. And then taxes, and that's it. Ugh, that's our wrap-up, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess also we have the AR challenges. A lot of these are in the main game. Well, not a lot of them, actually, but the ones that are in the main game as, like, AR challenges that you can find around the city, you can also access them from this menu, but they also released a shit ton of DLC AR challenges. That's what the yellow arrow there you can see is. All of the ones with yellow arrows are AR challenge, are DLC ads. And a lot of them are community chosen ones, which is really cool. These are the ones that are in the game. And these are all DLC. These are the Predator ones, playing as different characters. Look, these were, the ones that are community picks have these comments from fans on the forums. It is worth, again, like he suggested, taking everyone out and then freezing one guy and just walking around and seeing what the design of Wayne Manor and the Batcave look like in this game. And I guess the last thing I'll show off. Oh, and this is what Arkham Asylum recreated in next-gen graphics. And then, holy shit, did they release a shit ton of racing DLCs. Different racetracks for the Batmobile, all based around the new skin Batmobile that they released. If you like racing games, I guess that's... I don't really get a lot out of this. But all of the racetracks are really fun, looking based on like the movie or series that they're from. A lot of fan service in these racetracks. And if you're a fan, I guess they're worth checking out. That's the wrap-up. Don't really know when I'm gonna shove this one in there. But, I don't know. That's all of the cool little things in this game that really wouldn't fit in any other part, but are worth showing. So thanks for watching.